You need to make certain that when you pass away, all of your assets are accounted for and your family doesn't have any concerns regarding who should get what asset, because that can lead to fighting amongst family members. Many people have assets that they would like specific people to inherit, or they have minor children that they need to make sure are taken care of. And you can do that through your estate planning process and ensure that everyone that you love is accounted for when you pass away. For businesses, it's especially important to have an estate plan because when you pass away, usually if you're the sole owner of the business, no one else will have authority to operate the business besides you. And so if you don't have an estate plan, there'll be no one that has the ability to manage the business, and that can result in a significant loss of value to the business. So having some sort of transition planning or estate planning in place for business owners is very important. The big three documents are the will, the healthcare proxy, and the power of attorney. The will governs how assets are managed when you pass away. It can also touch on funeral plans and guardianship for children, minor children. The healthcare proxy deals with your healthcare while you're alive. There can be an ancillary document to that called the living will. And that would set forth what your specific wishes are. And then the power of attorney deals with management of property again while you're alive. If you don't have a power of attorney in place and you are incapacitated, then there's a court proceeding that your family might have to go through that can be somewhat expensive and difficult for family members, where they have to essentially prove you're incapacitated. And with that power of attorney, there's also a document called the statutory gifts rider that allows family members to do wealth preservation planning for you if you became incapacitated. And I think both of those documents are very important. A lot of people have questions about wealth preservation planning, sometimes called Medicaid planning. What that means is you look for ways of protecting assets and giving away assets early on in your life so that if you had to go into a nursing home, they're not treated as available resources that need to be spent. And so wealth preservation planning and Medicaid planning are another area where it's important to put some focus ahead of time. People aren't required to talk about the contents of their will with their family members, but for many people, talking it over ahead of time and making sure that everyone's on the same page about what you want to have happen to assets, or with regard to healthcare decision making, what healthcare decisions you want and what you would like them to make if they were making those decisions on your behalf is a good thing to do.